Overrated. It was a toy game. The best game was CS Source, and everyone knows it. Oh my god, man. Device, sorry. I think he's a bit overrated. I think he's not the best player on the team. I think like Sipnik is probably the most important player, and Glaive. Device AWPing is really strong as well, but I think that they do a lot for the team, and you see Glaive winning insane rounds all the time in Sipnik's. Overrated. I think people are too hyped about it. It's almost the same map, and there's a few tweaks to the map, but it's nothing like. I don't think I think the smokes and all the tactics is going to be almost the same. Nah, man, Smooya is the only one I know. So I guess it's overrated. My Nico or FaZe Nico?
FaZe Nico.
Well, FaZe Nico. I think he's overrated right now. He's not at his best game, but everyone still loves him, and I love him too. He's a really good player, but he needs to find his game again. I think it's because they changed so much in FaZe that it's messed up at the moment. Overrated at the moment, but I think they can become underrated because they just need to fix the situation. They changed a lot of players, and I think they fucked up a little bit, like people don't liking each other as well and people getting kicked. I think FNX needs to return. I think it's kind of underrated because some people, they just play matchmaking and so on, and they should move to FPL because move to FACEIT at least, and then get to the Masters League and grind to FPL because you get the opportunity to play with the best players in the world, and you see people getting picked up all the time from pro teams, and I just think it's really underrated that some people don't like accept that they have to play on FACEIT instead of ESEA. Overrated as hell, man. No, underrated. It has to be underrated. Everyone is using it, so it's kind of underrated, and like they just need to fix it. Like I hate this SG. It needs to be fixed. So it's underrated because I don't play it. So that's the reason I think. Overrated as hell. Everyone think that like Sweden, you love CS. I love Sweden as well, but your CS teams are kind of overrated at the moment. Like no one is like punching through like the Danish scene. We have Trick just winning a tournament. We have us just beating Liquid, which isn't the biggest like accomplishment in the world, but we'll get there. And we have Astralis almost winning everything except New York. So it's overrated. Overrated. They have so many different ops. They don't have a really like IGL at the moment. I think they're still switching up sometimes. And like sometimes Olof is AWPing, sometimes Nico is AWPing, sometimes Brokey is AWPing. I think they've messed up a little bit. I think they're underrated at the moment. Like people are expecting the old Na'Vi with Zeus, and I think bringing in Guardian is going to change up everything, and I think they're going to be really strong. Underrated. I think they're really strong, even though we just beat them. I think when they get in the mood, when they play their confident CS, no one is able to beat them. Right now, I think he's underrated. I think he's still a really good player, but he just needs to find his place in FaZe and find his roles. He just changed from MIBR and he had an off period for a long time. I think he will become one of the best players again. Oh, overrated. I hate that map. So overrated. Like, it's a new map, it's fun to play in pucks, it's fun to play in scrims, but no one has figured out how to play it yet. No one really knows. Everyone is doing something different all the time, and it's just really hard to play against like lower teams because they just do something random, and I just think that we need cashback. Underrated. I think they have the opportunity to make the best team in the world, but I don't think like they have some internal problems with someone don't liking each other and so on. But I think it's really underrated. Underrated, like overrated and underrated at the same time. I think he's fairly rated. Like he's the best player in the world still, and everyone really has a big respect for him. Underrated as well. Like, EG is really good. I think it's the best American team at the moment. They just won New York, and I think they can beat Liquid again. I think like Stanislaw was a great move for them, and I think like Stewie needs to step up his game a little bit. No, not Stewie, Nathan, and then they will be really good, really strong. Man, fairly rated, I guess. Like he's really strong, and everyone knows it, so it's not underrated or overrated. I think it's a bit overrated. Like I overrated myself. I love Mirage. It's the best map on CSGO, and I love it so much that I want to play it every single time we face an enemy, like another team. But it's a bit overrated. It haven't been fixed for a while and so on. So that's what they need to do.
Overrated, underrated.
Underrated as well. Really underrated. I don't care if I have to go first. I don't care if I have to jump for someone. I'm just running in, hoping my team does the best. And I think it's underrated like skill to have, that you don't care about the scoreboard, which many pros do. They think about like getting plus rating and so on.